We're out here at Gate 40 in El Paso. Time is now 1 a.m. on the 9th. We've got about 600 migrants stacked up on the wall and about 30, 40 more coming over in groups every so often, turning into a mass migration event.
And this gate is normally a point where we direct the immigrants so that they can wait here so they can get transported and then processed by Border Patrol. Unfortunately today, due to a mass influx in numbers, we ended up having a lot more than anticipated here. So in order to gain control of that situation, we ended up having our service members come over here, set up points, set up a perimeter, and then make sure that we were able to take control of the situation before it got out of hand.
We've got DPS and Border Patrol out here. We're doing a great joint operation. We're pulling security, helping DP do what they need to do.
We've been trying to make sure that safety is our #1 priority because we do have people out here, kids, people with medical conditions, and we have to make sure that they're safe, that our service members are safe, and that everyone here is able to get the opportunity that they're looking for. Our original number that we started with was probably somewhere around like 500, and as our response increased, we had them going back into Mexico, and I'd say somewhere around 400 of them have actually gone back, because now if you look behind me, we have maybe about 100 left.
Ever since our law enforcement partners showed up with the trucks and the red and blues, as you can see, all of them are heading back over to the Mike's side, heading back over to Mexico. It was a good deterrent, good teamwork, good effort.
Sergeant Frazier, a motor sergeant here, HAC, LSC. Trucks coming off the line from other base camps and LSCs come to us to get fixed. We go through a TI, go through the whole truck. We get our TI sheets, follow verbatim, line by line, make sure the truck's good to go. And whatever we find that's bad, broken, non-mission capable, makes it a safety hazard, we make sure it gets fixed here before it goes out to the troops. I think we're doing a good mission out here too. So as long as we can support with that, make sure these vehicles are up and going.
I'm Sergeant First Class Alvarez with J44 Logistics out of Austin. We brought M1088 trucks, as you can see behind me, with trailers. The trailers are used for podiums for the leaders of the city of Laredo. So the event is for the George Washington Parade, and this is done every year. And it's kind of just to get together and to work as one team for both sides, Texas and Mexico, Nuevo Laredo. This event is very big. It's known all over the state. Like I said, it happens every year. It's very important that we keep cohesion with both cities in order to work together. But I'm honored to be a part of this whole event taking place here.
The Texas National Guard's involvement in the ceremony strengthens the city's relationship with the soldiers, improving their sense of community and making their job of securing the border more important than ever. Meanwhile, soldiers along the border continue to assist their law enforcement partners in apprehending illegal immigrants who have crossed the Rio Grande River.
My name is Specialist Garcia Isaiah. I'm a rifleman with DECO. Well, this is one of the properties we're working at right now. We're out here working with our partners, Border Patrol and DPS. My favorite part about being Operation Lone Star is just the kind of work that we do. I do feel like I'm making a difference.
Second Lieutenant Mata from the Air National Guard, 149 Fighter Wing. We're out here with TMD, SUAS Drone Team. So we're out here with DPS and we're just going through our pre-flight checklist. We're about to go on mission. Our mission here is to observe and report to DPS. These drones are increasing our capabilities of finding people way faster, way more efficient. Once this camera goes off from the sensor from people crossing, it'll be uploaded on the ATAC. And then once we get that hit, all of us, the brush team, DPS brush team, will respond to there and deploy the drones.
Today we just drove around, patrolled, listened to radio traffic, helped out on a few different calls, like looking for possible vehicles that's loaded up or scouting and stuff like that along 83. My favorite part of the job is, doing my part here on the border, like one day at a time, one stop at a time. Every day I put the uniform on and I come to work, I feel like I'm doing my part and I feel like I'm making an impact here on the border.
The soldiers and the troopers did an outstanding job assisting, but I think this is just the beginning. Massive amounts of migrants are now unmasked at Mexico's northern border, our southern border, hoping for a chance to apply. When that chance isn't happening, you're going to start seeing them get tired of waiting and tired of a broken promise, and they're going to start pushing forward. And until such time that the federal government comes to the table and starts enforcing the laws on the books, the state of Texas is going to step up. Texas first. If you've got 1.2 million reported gotaways, 1.2 million, that's what we know. And I repeat that number numerous times because I want you to understand, these are people that aren't surrendering because they have things in their records that prevent them from crossing and being released. So these are criminals that are getting across. That's just what we've seen or detected and haven't been able to apprehend. I would venture to guess with 24 years of Border Patrol experience that number is significantly higher for the unknown. We're going to continue focusing on Operation Lone Star and preventing those gotaways and filling those gaps that are left by the Border Patrol. Not because the Border Patrol chooses to leave those gaps, but because they're being pulled off of enforcement work to focus on mass processing.
So there was two different levels of the incident. There was the Border Patrol, which was on this top area over here. On this level is where the Army and the Department of Public Safety were. Immigrants were over here. As soon as they crossed, 30 of them crossed, and about 70 of them stayed on the other side to see how the negotiations worked out. It didn't work out for them. The border agents went ahead and held them back, along with our help. I encouraged them to continue to head east to take care of crossing illegally, which is what we do here at Task Force West.
Texas National Guard soldiers supporting Operation Lone Star patrol the southern border of Texas, deterring and turning back illegal immigrants. Engineers have put up miles of razor-sharp concertina wire, making it more difficult for criminals to cross into cities along the border.
One of the most common things they usually use, they like to get a bunch of rebars, bend the top so it looks like a hook, and they'll literally run up to the wall, hook up the rebar, and they'll use the rebar as a ladder.
So we just had two males dressed in all black. Both were wearing backpacks. They ran up north to where the short wall connects to the tall section of the wall. I used my LED flashlight to flag down a Border Patrol agent. He zoomed to us, he cut him off, and then they ran back south.
Guardsmen are responsible for turning back a total of over 30,000 illegal immigrants from entering the U.S. unlawfully, including members of gangs, cartels, drug traffickers, and human smugglers.
Just us being here alone is security in itself, because they see us and they're like, we're not going to go through there, but we're going to find a way, and that's why they've been pushing further down that way.
Border Patrol would definitely be overworked. They don't have the numbers. They can't really cover most of this border, so we kind of take the weight off their shoulders and do what we can to help out.
Hello and welcome to this video about supporting the brave men and women who serve our country at the southern border of the United States. Whether it's our military personnel, police officers, or immigration officers, these individuals put their lives on the line every day to protect our nation and ensure our safety. With the ongoing challenges and threats facing our country, it's more important than ever to show our appreciation and support for their work. Join us as we explore the critical role these dedicated individuals play in securing our border and keeping us safe. Together, we can stand behind those who serve and honor their unwavering commitment to duty, honor, and country. Much work is put into producing the following video. Show your appreciation and support by giving us a share, like and follow. Let's